Your essential question is, how do I solve multi-step equations? For last week we did stuff with distribution. The first thing we did was take care of the distribution, and then we could solve it. So I said simplify and then solve. That's how we always solve equations in this unit. We're going to simplify it first, look at this poster, and then solve. We haven't done the isolating yet. We'll get to it later. So simplify, solve. So the first thing we do is simplify. Write that down. Here's the order we're going to simplify in, because last week we just had distribution. This week we're going to have both distribution and combining like terms. Which one do you think should come first? Would someone please raise your hand and tell me? Francesca?
For the 3x one?
No, I'm saying in general, if I have distribution and combining like terms, which one should I do first?
Oh, the two inside.
The what?
The two inside of the...
Which would be the distribution, right? You're going to multiply. So we're going to distribute first. Write this down. And then combine like terms. It's important to do it in that order. This is the same thing we did it like 2 weeks ago, right? Not last week, but the week before that. We do it in the same order. We distribute and then combine like terms. After you've simplified, then you can solve. And last week we talked about how we do that reverse order of operations. That hasn't changed.
So even
First one, before you do anything, draw your balancing line, because the sides are separate. It's like there's a brick wall in between the sides. Don't try and combine like terms if they're not on the same side. There's a brick wall in between it. We're going to look at the left side first. We have 3x, positive 4, and negative 2x. Do you see any distribution?
Yes.
No.
No.
Do you see any parentheses?
No.
No, so there's no distribution. So we're going to go to the next thing. So if there's no distribution, we're going to see if we can combine like terms. Do you see any like terms?
Yes.
Would someone please raise your hand and tell me what are the like terms? William Landreth?
3x and negative 2x.
Yeah, so I'm going to circle 3x and negative 2x, just like you did before. Take the sign in front. If I read that from left to right, well, hold on. Pause. Positive 4. Does positive 4 have any like terms?
No.
No, not on that side. There's a 6 on the other side, but there's a brick wall in between it, so don't try and combine those. They are not on the same side. So positive 4 is by itself. So we'll combine those up now. 3x minus 2x gives me what, class?
1x.
1x. And then plus 4 doesn't have any friends, so just bring them down. Check out the right-hand side. Do we have anything going on that we need to simplify?
No.
There's literally one number. It's already simplified. Just bring it down. Now it's just a two-step equation, right? We know how to solve these. We're going to undo our addition subtraction first. So I'm going to get rid of that plus 4. Isabella? Bella? I don't know. How do I get rid of the plus 4? Right. Do the opposite and subtract. So plus 4 minus 4 is 0, so it goes away. You're going to bring down the 1x. 6 minus 4 gives me what? 2. You can divide by 1 because 1 is being multiplied because it's right next to the variable. And x is still equal to 2. On this one right here, is there any distribution?
No.
Do you see any parentheses?
No.
So there's no distribution. So you should move on to combining like terms on this one. So look for like terms on the left-hand side and mark them the same, just like we did a couple weeks ago. 4 and negative 8 are like terms. I'm going to rewrite it. 12x minus 4 is equal to 44 because 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Now I'm just going to solve it. Add 4. 12x equals 48. And then you divide by 12. 12 goes into 48 4 times. So x is equal to 4. First thing we should do is draw a line through our equal sign so we keep our sides separate. That's a brick wall separating the sides. We separate or we simplify each side separately. So let's look at the left-hand side because all you have on the right is negative 13. That's already simplified. Do you see, because the first thing we do is distribution, do you see distribution?
Yes.
Yes, there's a parentheses. That's what you have to do first. So let's review. The 4 is being multiplied to x, right? So you do 4 times x, which is 4x. You also do 4 times 2, right?
8.
Positive 8. Do I do 4 times negative 7x? No. Is negative 7x in the soluble? No, it's outside of it. You only multiply to what's inside the parentheses. I see some of you making that mistake. Please don't make that mistake. That's a common mistake. So what I do is I bring down the negative 7x. So that's distribution. Take each thing separately. That's still equal to negative 13. We distributed, right? Tyler, what comes next?
You add the
What am I
terms.
adding?
The like terms.
The like terms. What are my like terms?
X is
The x's.
4 and
So
negative 7.
4x, negative 7x. I make sure to take the signs in front. Does plus 8 have any like terms, guys?
No.
Nah. Because the negative 13 is on the other side of the brick wall. They're not friends. So we can combine those 4x minus 7x. If you use your number line, you're at 4, and you go down 7, which would land you,
Negative 3.
yeah, negative 3x plus 8. Bring down the 8 because it doesn't have any buddies. Now it's just a two-step equation. Undo your addition. The 8 went away, but I still have negative 3x, and then I divide by negative 3. What's a negative divided by negative?
Positive.
So it's x equals positive 7. We need that brick wall so we don't try and combine things with 48, because 48 is on the other side. They're enemies, right? Don't combine them. So you need to do this distribution, 3 times x and 3 times negative 4. You also need to do 2 times x, positive 2, and 2 times 10. Rewrite it. Then try and combine like terms and solve. I'm going to let you try that one on your own because you learn by doing. Get started. Okay, I'm going to put check your work with how you did it. So I'm going to circle my like terms, mark them up. I get 5x plus 8 equals 48. Then I subtract 8 and rewrite my equation, which would be 5x is equal to 40. Then I divide by 5, and that's how I get x equals 8.